Hey guys, today I want to talk a little bit about meeting strangers in the streets. It's kind of a dangerous proposition sometimes because Filipinos are good people, but when strangers come up to you and they start talking to you like they're your best friend, whether it be a girl or a male, beware of that. And I'm going to get into this a little bit further. I was on the streets one time, actually sitting in a jeepney in the front passenger seat, and I was in Das Marinas near the SM Mall. This girl come up out of nowhere. I'm not sure what age she was. She could have been anywhere from 14 to 30. It was hard to tell her age. And she was kind of an attractive girl, but you could tell she was either homeless or came from a squatter's area or whatever. And she was a very pretty girl. You know, and my girlfriend was sitting right behind me in the seat behind me in the bench seat. Okay? And the girl didn't know that she was sitting there. My girlfriend was listening on her earbuds to some music or something, wasn't really paying attention. The girl come up, and at first she hit me up for money. And then she started kind of propositioning me, saying, come with me, come. I'll take care of you. I'll take care of you. You know, come with me, come. Right? And I'm like, what's up with this? You know, so I kind of nudged my girlfriend through the plastic because they have the COVID plastic there. And I kind of whacked her and she goes, what? She started noticing the girl. And the girl started asking me for money, if she could have some money. And my girlfriend started yelling at her, telling her to basically get lost. And the two of them kind of went back and forth a little bit. Usually my girlfriend's a little bit more forceful, but this time she wasn't because I guess she just figured she's just a common street beggar. Just leave her alone. I don't think she knew that the girl was trying to hit me up, you know? But anyway, what happened was the girl kept going after me for money, asking me if she could have some money. And then she asked me again, right in front of my girlfriend, come with me. And I'm like, no, you know? So I would say maybe a couple weeks go by. I'm walking up there, I'm heading towards SM. I got off at the Robinson's, which is before SM Dasma, okay? And we were walking over to SM Dasma. Well, guess who I run into? I run into that same girl, okay? And my girlfriend's I'm trying to buy something, and I'm trying to pay for it. And the girl is just like hounding me right in front of my girlfriend and the shop person. And the shop person is telling her to get away. You're bothering my customers. Stop it. Leave them alone. And I keep telling her, can you get lost? Finally, I lost it, and I just basically told her where to go. I said, get the hell away from me. Just go. Get away from me. And she kept on staying there. And finally, she left. But that girl, I ran into her 3 times total, I think. One time was just like a minor incident, okay? But it was 3 times total. The one time that I did meet her, other than that, was like she come up and hit me up for money, and I kept walking, and she left me alone after that. It was like real quick. I think she saw somebody else that she could probably, you know, bother and get more off of him. But I never gave her a nickel during this whole incident that happened. And when you meet people like this and they try to pull you off to the side, it's not because she's a prostitute or something like that. It's because they're trying to rob you, okay? And it's more than likely that she was trying to get me someplace where maybe some of the other people that she works with might rob you or what have you. It's a very dangerous thing to have happen. And you really want to stay aware of your situation all the time in the Philippines like that. And it doesn't happen often, okay? I mean, I walk through Manila all the time. I don't run into that many people that I think are bad eggs, okay? I think most of the people are quite harmless up there in Manila. I think every once in a while you just hit some of these people and they'll harass you and bug you. Just be careful not to go with these people because you don't know them. And even if you're with a group of people, I wouldn't go because it could be something where there's a gun involved, knives involved, or there's more people if you go with these people. And not just that. Look at what could happen, okay? I mean, this girl, she could have been a prostitute. Look at the things that you can get, number one. And number two, I don't get involved with prostitutes. I just don't. It's just not my cup of tea. You know, Being a Christian especially, it's not my cup of tea. But I do know that there are a lot of expats out there that do get involved with stuff like that. But think of the implications over here. Number one, hepatitis B. 16.7% of the people here have hepatitis B. And guess how that gets transmitted? Yep. So be careful what you do. Be careful, you know, because it's not just that. AIDS is more prevalent over here. I think it's higher than the US. I'm not exactly sure. I haven't checked that, but I do know hepatitis B is way off the charts over here. And it's something that everybody, if you're going to get involved with a girl over here, everybody should get that vaccine for, because you don't know who has hepatitis B over here. Okay? How contagious is it? It can be pretty contagious if it's, you know, if you're being sexual with a person and you don't know that person that well. I mean, I'm just being honest here, because a lot of guys over here are going to have girlfriends and they're going to go that route, and that's the way it is. You know, it's just the way of the world, I guess you can say. Now, I tell people, you're better off getting to know your girlfriend first. Just because you don't know what type of family she comes from. You don't know her background. You don't know if she was a sex worker, or she worked in a go-go lounge or a bar or what have you. A lot of these girls, some of them have worked there, and they've been with a lot of people. And those are the ones that you're more than likely to get something from. And a lot of guys over here, they tell me, you know, sometimes you can go with one of these girls and they're, oh, Steve, they're fine. You know, I married a girl from Subic Bay or something like that long ago, and she used to work in a bar and she was really good. You know, that's not necessarily the average go-go girl or barroom girl. Most of these barroom girls, they're pretty savvy upstairs. You don't want to get involved with these girls. You know, yeah, do some of them work out? Hell yeah, they work out. Okay? I don't want to put those girls down, because some of them change. They grow up, they mature or whatever, and some of them don't. They kind of come with that mentality from being around that type of person. And even when they leave those places, they tend to work in those places or in those areas, or still have those friendships from those people. And it kind of, that life sticks to them like glue. So stay away from those type of people. It's just not worth your effort, not worth your time, and not worth taking the risk of getting involved or married to a girl like that or living with a girl like that, because it's just not. There's too many decent girls in the Philippines to waste your time on a girl like that. Girls that are clean, decent, have a good moral upbringing, they have a good background. Those are the ones you want to look for. You know, check it out. Before you get involved with a girl, make sure you know her, date her, get to know her, go out with her a few times. A lot of guys come over here, they jump off the plane, the first girl they meet, they got to move in that night. You know, it seems like that. I'm kind of exaggerating that a little bit, but probably within like the first week or two, they got a girl living in their house. I'm like, what are you, nuts? You know? And I've seen this before, okay? It happens really like that, like really quick. It's really, really quick. And beware of people like that. Beware of women like that. Date a girl for like at least a month and a half or something. And, you know, that's what I tell people. Get to know the girl. Get to know the girl, you know? I mean, I know people think differently than I do. And I try to think outside the box. And even though I am who I am and I think my way, I try to think like other people too. And I try to help everybody with, you know, from what I know over here and what I've learned from being over here and seeing expats fail over here and stuff. If there's one thing that's going to make you fail, it's going to be your girlfriend or money. Those two things. And sometimes they go hand in hand, because it'll be your girlfriend spending your money. So be careful, guys. God bless. Take care.